I always thought there's something a little sad about the last song on an album. Not because it isn't good, but because the journey is almost over. And I think too many of us never stay long enough to hear how it ends. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Dave's Side One. I'm Dave, your host, who's learned that some of the greatest musical rewards come to the people who stay until the very last groove. Over here at Art of Listening Records, where every record has a story, and every story starts on side one. When albums ruled the music world, artists thought about sequencing. The opening song had a job. The hit single had a job. Even side two had a purpose. But I've always believed the last song carried a special responsibility. It was the goodbye. The final conversation between the artist and the listener. Sometimes it wrapped everything up. Sometimes it left you thinking. Sometimes it quietly whispered instead of shouting. Today, playlists have changed the way many people listen. Songs get shuffled. Albums get interrupted, and we skip ahead. But every once in a while, I think it's worth remembering that an album was written to have an ending. And sometimes the ending is the reason to stay. Now let's explore this a little further as we walk down Dave's memory lane. One of the albums that taught me this lesson was Bread's Lost Without Your Love. Like a lot of Bread fans, I came for the songs I already knew. But over time, I found myself staying with the record all the way to the end. The last track on the album is called Our Lady of Sorrow. It isn't the hit. It isn't the song people usually talk about, but somewhere along the years, it quietly became the song I looked forward to hearing the most. And that surprised me. Because when I first bought the album, I never would have guessed that the final track would become my favorite. It reminded me that great albums don't always save the biggest moment for the beginning. Sometimes they save their heart for the goodbye. So on tonight's Side One spin, before you go, I want you to do something simple. Pick an album you know well, skip the hit or hits, skip your favorite song, and go straight to the very last song. And then ask yourself, have I been ending this album too early all these years? And then come back and tell me in the comments that and what's another closing track for you that you think deserves a lot more love. Well, that's it for today's Side One. Thanks for spending a little time with me, and please keep that needle in the groove. We will talk to you tomorrow.